There we go. Welcome to my Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Today is Sunday. We got a very good show for you guys today. Interesting thread. Today's thread is, ladies, what hints have you gave your crush that they missed? So let's see what these clueless guys have been doing out here while y'all ladies been trying to find love. All right. My mother-in-law met my father-in-law when they both worked at a pizza place as teenagers. She was really into him, so she'd go in on her nights off to help slice tomatoes and onions, and dropped hints to him for months, but he never picked up on any of it. One night, she'd brought Hershey's Kisses and went to put them in the cooler and asked if he'd like his kisses cold. He said, actually, I prefer warm kisses. She said, okay, and kisses him. Whoa. Okay. That was when he realized she liked him. She blushes when she tells the story, as she admits that was very unlike her, but her gut said to go for it. They've been married for 40 years. Man, that's what I've been telling you guys. I've been telling you ladies, go for it. Go for it. It's going to work out. It'll work out better than the guy going for it. Because I think he kind of knew, but he was just like, I don't know. I got to be for sure. All right. We snuggled all night watching a movie together. Then, when he went to leave, I tried to kiss him goodbye, but he rejected it and drove away. Oh, dejected, I went back to my room to sulk. He called me 10 minutes later asking me to meet me outside. I get outside, and he shouts in disbelief, "Wait, were you trying to kiss me? Does that mean you like me?" Oh, boy had legit driven away and called his friend because he was confused. Thought I was like giving mixed signals about liking him or not. Yo. Homeboy denied her and was just like, oh, shit. He's like, bro, she tried to kiss me. Does that mean she liked me? And dude was like, yes. Are you still there? He's like, no, I'm driving away. Dude, turn around. Okay, I'm turning around right now. He freaking calls her. Hey, can you come outside? Okay, cool. He's like, hey, do you like me? Is that what's going on? Like, come on, bro. She couldn't have made it any more obvious. That's funny. Oh. I bartended and I waved the tab of a regular, and when I told him his drinks were on me, he made the joke, bet you say that to all the pretty girls. I said, drinks are only waved for hot people, so the bartender has a crush on. And he looked so confused and said he was honored to be the exception to that rule. What? Like, my guy, she pretty much told you special, you that guy, you're hot, and he's just like, not me, but I appreciate it. Nah, you know, like what? Come on, bro. What are we doing here?
Bruh.
Come on. Not me, but an old best friend and roommate, girl that had a crush on him, came over to our place to use the pool. After the pool, she used his shower and left the door slightly open. Ooh, she knew what she was doing. She was just like, oopsie, it's just a little bit open. She finished her shower, walked up to me, and handed me the brush and left. I went into his room and asked him why she just handed me a scrub brush, and he told me she needed something. Yeah, needed something to scrub her back. Okay. I told him that she meant he should go scrub her back. Oh, shit. Dude seriously looked me right in the face and said, but she has the brush.
Bruh.
Come on, man. Come on, man. She's giving you every opportunity. She's like, see me naked. She's like, I'm going to leave the door slightly open. I'm about to be like, yo, give this man a brush. And then even homegirl, she was like, I know the assignment. And she was just like, hey, she said that she needed somebody to scrub her back. Here you go. And he's like, but she has a brush. What the fuck? Like come on.
Bruh.
What are you doing, man? Okay, I sent her a text that said, my boy is unfortunately touched in the head. You need to be direct with him. She texts back, good to know. He comes bursting into my room a few minutes later and hands me his phone, and it says, on my way over, be naked. Jesus. Bruh. Goddamn. She was just like, fuck it. We about to go straight in. Like, man. Let me see. All right. No. Oh, damn it. Okay. I once asked a guy if I could kiss him. We had been hanging out in a way that was conducive to that. And he said, yes, I kissed him. It was great. But then we just parted ways in a natural way. 3 days later, this man calls me all shocked that I was hitting on him. He told a friend about the interaction and they had to point it out. Like, sir, I literally kissed you. Facts.
Bruh.
She was just like, can I kiss you? And he's just like, sure. Mwah. And then 2 days later, he's like, yo, no way. He was probably talking to his friends or something like that. They were like, yo, how'd it go? How'd it go, man? He was like, oh, yeah, it was pretty good. Like, we hung out. But the weirdest thing is, she asked me to kiss her. He was like, what? Did you? He was like, yeah, I did. But it was a little strange, no? He's like, no, she likes you. Like, wait. And then he's like, oh, for real? Oh, wait a minute. Like, dude, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? All right. I put his hand on my boob. God damn it, man. And he got nervous and said, how is your day?
Bruh.
You went she was like, go straight to second base. Please do it. I'll even take your hand and put it on my boob. And he's like, so how's your day? Like, come on, man. I asked him to see my new bedspread in my room and test it out. And he was like, oh, I'm not into that decoration type stuff, nigga.
Bruh.
What? He said, she was just like, first off, you're touching her boob. And then second off, she's like, hey, do you want to come see my new bedspread and test it out? That's blatant right there. I don't think you can get more straightforward than that. She said, let's test it out. Like, come on, my guy. What are we doing here? And then he's over here, oh, no, I'm not into that decoration stuff. While touching her boob. Like, nigga. Okay. All right. God damn, man. Well, in high school, my hints were to act like I couldn't stand the guy and that they were the person I found most annoying / uncrushable in the whole school. Shockingly misinterpreted every time. No idea why. Yeah, we can all understand why. I really don't get why there are some girls that believe that still works, where they're just like, no, I'm gonna act like I don't like him, but I do. And it's like, why act like you like him so that way you could date the guy? Like, what are we doing here? All right, crazy women. Once during a wedding after a party, I had a girl tell me I was really hoping to have sex tonight. She said it to me twice. And I was just like, best of luck to you.
Bruh.
Nigga. Like, come on. Like, what are we doing here? I mean, don't get me wrong. As a guy, though, you can't really take that too much of it as a hint, because think about it like this. Say she says that, and then you over here trying to act on it, and then you just kind of look thirsty, you know. But I mean, if she's saying it multiple times, then it's like, okay, all right. We in there like swimwear, you know. Like, come on, man. Yeah. It's like if she says it once, it's like, okay, you know, maybe she's gunning for somebody. She feels like I can help her get that dude. But if she says it multiple times into you, it's like, okay, all right. You a little in there like swimwear at that point, you know what I mean? I know how bad it sounds, but low self-esteem really wears on you over the years. Back then, I couldn't even fathom that girl wanted to get with me. It's tough out here. As a guy, it's not that I'm an idiot. It's that I'm paranoid that I'm misreading and they turn out to not like me. Also, women generally aren't into me. Yeah, that can happen. I mean, that's what happened with the previous guy. Okay. Not a woman, but a girl I worked with had given hints, such as hugging me sometimes. One day we were discussing the state fair, which was coming up. Here are the following conversations. Her, the state fair is coming up. I love the state fair. Me, yeah, me too. Her, I really wish I had someone to go with. Me, yeah, same. Her, silence. Me, well, good luck. I hope you find somebody to go with. Nigga.
Bruh.
Come on, man. I have worn the crown that kings of lords of idiots. Facts. Like, she was practically just like, hello. Like, can the sign not get any bigger? Hey, do I gotta put some lights on this bitch and some bells? Take me to the fair, man. God damn. You're like, shit. Let me see. Was talking to a girl at a bar, and the conversation turned to kissing. I asked her, how do I know a girl is ready to kiss me? And she said, you have to grab her by the back of the neck and pull her towards yourself. I was stunned in that moment, thinking this is something she might want me to do, but it's also assault, and it could get me into trouble. Facts. Couldn't do it in the end as I was paralyzed with fear of consequences. I wish I had done it in hindsight. Yeah. I kind of feel you on that one. That is assault, you know? It's a little scary. It's like you over here think a girl likes you, and so you just grips her by the neck, and you're just like, come here, and she's like, So, yeah. I think you got to read the room on that one. All right, I had a huge crush on this girl, and it turned out to everyone else but me, she had an even bigger crush on me. She told everybody else, but when I pursued her, gave her the red carpet treatment, she did the exact opposite. She was extremely mean to me, extremely dismissive, couldn't even approach her, etc. Of course, I did what I was supposed to do, found another girl who was not only great but very receptive to me. We had a great relationship. Didn't last forever, but I think it was great regardless. Immediately after I got together with the ex, I mean the girl, I was telling her friends how crushed she was and was actively knowing that I was with my ex, trying to get me to even 2 to 3 years later. A few times she was trying to flirt with me in front of my girl. WTF. If you like someone, just be an adult about it and be more transparent. Play acting is from elementary school. Yeah, it's like if she had this huge crush to the point where she was telling everybody else but you that she has a crush. It's like, because I'm sure like his buddy was just like, yo, Sally over there got a crush on you, bro. She been telling everybody that she got this crush on you. And he's like, what? He's like, you know I've been all about Sally, bro. You know I've been, hey, come on, man. I've been trying to get up in that. He's like, go talk to her, you know. He goes talk to her, and then she's just dismissive as hell. And, you know, she's just rude and acting like she don't want nothing to do with you. So you just like, oh, okay, damn. All right, my bad. Comes back to his homie. I don't think so, man. I don't think she likes me, dog, because I went over to talk to her, and she was just dismissive as fuck. Like, she didn't want to hang out. She didn't want to say nothing, you know? But then she's over there like, oh my God, he talked to me. This is amazing. You know, it's like, what are you doing all that for? And then he goes to get another girl, and she's just like, oh, hell nah. You stole my man. How dare you? Like, huh? Like, what are we doing here? Okay. I'm a straight guy, but a little fruity. I can catch hints, but that would normally mean someone likes me. But since I seem gay, women will do them to me all the time as friends. Had a drunk girl show me her boobs. Later found out she wasn't flirting. Also had a girl twerk on me at a party. Also found out that she wasn't into me. One time a girl posted a picture of me and her with the description, my man. This is certainly Riz. So I asked her out. Turns out she just did that as a friend. Damn, son, you are living a nightmare. Like, bro, God damn. This man is living a true nightmare. He is literally just like, yeah, this girl showed me her tatas. And I'm thinking, yeah, let's go. We are in there. We're in there like swimwear, baby. This is it. This is it. Like, hey, how about, we go out sometime, and she's just like, wait, you're not gay? And like, no. Oh my God, I showed you my boobs. And it was just like, but I thought the chemistry was Kimming. What happened? No, I thought we was brewing up a potion, calling it love. Like, what are we doing? Especially like the picture, and you out here saying my man. It's like, baby girl, you went public with us. What do you mean? You went public. What are we doing? You launched the campaign of us on the gram. Like, what? I would be so mad. Girl out here launching a campaign of us on the gram, talking about, oh no, I just did that as a friend. Like, just right in the heart. Because that's tough. That's tough. Hey, damn, man. Hats off to you, my guy. Make sure you pour one out for that guy, because goodness. All right, he asked me directly, can you give me one clue on who your crush is? And I just looked into his eyes for a while and said he had brown eyes. He didn't get it until he looked in the mirror. It worked out fine, though. We've been dating for a year now. Hey, at least he got it, but I mean, there's a lot of people with brown eyes, though. I mean, you should have gave a little bit more of a distinctive thing, maybe like, I don't know, he wears a nose ring or something, or he has like earrings or whatever. You could have went pretty distinct with that, like, or his name starts with, this letter or whatever, or I work with him or something. All right, literally 2 weeks ago, I invited my crush to go to for a coffee date and walk along the beach, which I thought was the most obvious date arrangement. I got there first and even texted him what his coffee order was, so it was ready when he got there. We sat super close on the coffee bar, had good conversation. I kept leaning into him, laughing at all his jokes. 20 minutes into the cute coffee date, he saw two of his friends come in and grab a coffee, and we were going for a walk. And so he invited them to walk with us. Oh, no.
Bruh.
He didn't understand. Oh, he's over here thinking, oh, yeah, I'm just hanging out with my friend. Oh, look, there's those two people over there. Don't we know them? We should invite them to hang out with us. She's just like, oh, sure. Yeah, that's cool. That'll be fine. Little did I know I would be fourth wheeling for an hour-long walk on our first date, listening to the three boys talking about sports. We got back to our cars after the walk. I gave him a lingering hug goodbye before he went back to his friends to chat. A week later, he texted me if I wanted to come for a coffee and walk with him and the boys. Fuck my life. I think I'm one of the boys now. No! Oh, no! No. And she put so much effort into it. Oh, Oh, poor girl. Oh, and you know what? I think he's just not the one. You know what I mean? And my thing is don't use this as an excuse to be like, I'm never making a move on a guy again. No, stay this way. Stay this way. Keep making the moves on the guys that you want to be with and all that good stuff. It's just he didn't see it. He didn't appreciate it. All right, he's just not the guy for you. It is what it is. And then when you get you a man, and then he's just like, "Whoa, you got a boyfriend now?" Da, da, da. And you could just be like, "Well, I wanted you to be my boyfriend, but you made me one of the boys." And he'd have been like, "Oh, I didn't know that." You know, damn. A guy here, my now wife and I were at a friend's for a kickback, and it was time to go to bed, and we were not going to drive home as we both had a drink or two. There was only one blanket. I let her have the blanket and the bigger couch. It took an hour for me to understand that she kept offering to share the blanket and the biggest couch in a non-platonic way. I kept saying it was fine and I was comfortable where I was. If she gave up and stopped trying to convince me that we could share the blanket, I would have no idea where we would be. But man, yeah, because it's so weird, like, for a dude. Sometimes you're just like, you've gone through this situation so many times where a girl is really friendly and then you misinterpret that as like, oh my God, she likes me. And that happens enough to where you're just like, okay, I'm going to stop doing this. And so then, you know, a girl is friendly to you and everything. And you're just like, yeah, you're just being friendly. And on her end, she's just like, love me. And you're just like, no, that's just my friend. You're great. And, you know, while on the other side, she's just like, what the fuck is going on? Love me. You know, and that's what sucks. Is like guys get kind of thrown in that mindset. And we don't go there by choice. We get thrown in that motherfucker just from so much experiences of having it happen over and over and over again. It's like once you actually meet a girl that actually likes you, it's just gone, you know. And she has to be so blunt, it's ridiculous the like how forward she has to be, because even then it's one of those things where it's just like, oh man, She wanted me to lay in bed with her, but nah, that was probably just her being friendly. You know, she probably does that with all her friends. Of course, that's just the type of person she's great like that. Nah. You know, she let me touch her boob. Nah. That's probably just a game she plays with everybody. Nah, never mind. No, she shouldn't like me like that. You know, like as a dude, you just start to get delusional as fuck. And you're just like, nah. No, we had sex. No. She definitely doesn't like me. No way. Nah, she's being friendly. That's exactly what's going on. Like you just start being mad delusional, man. Oh. If the consequences for our decisions of whether or not to pick up on the apparent hint are either she's totally into me or I could be reading too much into this and I don't want to come across as a giant horn dog, we're always going err on the side of caution. It's so much easier for a dude to socially recover from being that dense guy who can't pick up hints than it is to be recovered known as the creeper. Facts. All right, we would sleep in the same bed together, like literally sleeping whenever we'd stay over at each other's place as opposed to someone sleeping on the couch. I would make active efforts to cuddle with him whenever possible. I'm known for being a very reserved and definitely not a touchy-feely person, and he was always the exception. We literally stargazed together. I thought I couldn't be more obvious. Apparently, he had no idea I was into him and refused to believe his friends when they tell him that I was super into him and that he should ask me out. Don't worry, we've been together for a few years now. Hey, at least it worked out. But that is exactly what I was saying, where it's like, oh yeah, she let me touch her boob. No. She's just cool like that, you know. Oh, we slept in the same bed. Oh, we had sex. No. Like dudes get extremely delusional with that shit. And it's like, how can you kind of not when you've been forced to really believe like no, she's not into me. Nah, you know what I mean? You're over here just misinterpreting a lot of the so-called hints, and you're thinking like, oh yeah, I'm in there like swimwear, and she's just like, no, I just see you as a friend, and you're like, oh, you know, and it doesn't happen once or twice. No, it happens like 5-6 times, and you're like, oh, yeah, okay, maybe girls are just being nice to me. And that's just that, you know. But then you finally meet a girl like this, and she's like actively making hints, telling friends, all this shit, and you're just like, nah, bro, trust me, she don't like me like that. We are just friends. And the friends are just like,
bruh.
Are you serious? Are you serious? You guys sleep over at each other's houses. She don't do this with just anybody. You know, like, come on, man. You know. Okay. I'm going to do 2 more. Let's see. Okay. I booked a room with only 1 bed for a trip I planned for us, just the 2 of us. He didn't get the hint. I had to resort to this after many subtle hints were missed. He was my best friend before I developed a crush on him. After some even more obvious hints were missed, I one day just kissed him, and only then did he finally understand. We've now been together for a year. Obviously, I sent him the link to the room and got his approval before booking it. Why would y'all just assume I didn't ask for his opinion? Well, I mean, you know, it's like, you made it sound like you just booked that room and was just like, oh no, they gave us 1 bed. Oh, that's kind of wild, isn't it? Well, I guess we gotta sleep together, you know. Like, that's kind of how you wrote it out. So, you know, I could see why people would think that. All right, this is gonna be our last one for today's thread. Here's a story why giving hints doesn't work on troglodytes like me. Okay. She has literally told me that she likes to be groped and told me that she wouldn't mind me groping her. Then one day we had a conversation like this. Her, do you want to come over to my place? Me, why would I do that?
Bruh.
What? Like, come on, man. She couldn't have been any more obvious with that one. Like, bruh. like if she's like, hey, do you want to come over? It's like, oh yeah, sure. You know, what did you want to do? Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? All right. Her, hey, I might get offended by stuff like that. Me, don't. I'm just socially awkward. Her, well, you don't have to use your words if you come over. Me, well, what are we supposed to do then? Stare at each other? The conversation dried right then and there, and it took me a good 1.5 years to realize what I had done. You fumbled the bag. She was just like, come over, smash the coochie, man. We ain't got to talk to do that. I'll do all the talking. And I do. Just the fact that she was like, hey, you know, do you want to come over? It's like, yeah, sure. What's up? What do you want to do? You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, she could have played a little flirty game like, oh, you know, we can do things. And be like, oh, things? Okay. All right. I like things. I like things. Things are fun. Things are exciting. I'm down for that. You know, like, man, like, some dudes, I guess, just don't get it. But, oh, my goodness. That's going to go ahead and be that thread. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that thread. I know I did. And ladies out there, man, if you like a guy, just be straight up honest with him. And, you know, the kissing thing seemed to work. I think all the guys, all the girls that either went for the kiss or asked for a kiss or anything like that, the guys kind of got the hint right away, except for the one guy who drove off and then turned around and then asked her to come outside and then yelled at her, hey, do you like me? You know, he was the only guy that didn't get it, but most of the guys got it. So I guess moral of the story is, ladies, if there's a dude out there that you're loving all, you know, in secret, just tell him. Just tell him. I always say that. I always be like, ladies, you guys have a way higher chance, you know, it just at it being successful. A guy could have a crush on a girl and, oh boy, it's a toss-up. It's a big coin flip. But for a girl, a lot of times, it'll go in her favor, because the guy already likes you. He just doesn't want to seem weird or creepy, so he kind of just plays it cool. And that's just how it happens a lot of the times. But, if you guys have a didn't get the hint story, definitely put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear that. All right. We're going to hop into announcements, and then we'll get right into our scenarios for today. Patreon.com/MyTheAsshole If you want to get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenarios to be featured on the Sunday show, as well as Tuesday, get in there, join our community we got going on over there, and just get a part of that, man. It'd be awesome. If you are primarily an audio listener, please keep downloading the podcast as well as rating it 5 stars. The downloads have been going up, and I appreciate that so much, man. We have a plethora of content for you guys to check out, watch, and download to support the show. And again, if you haven't rated the podcast yet, give us that good old 5 stars. It does help bring new people in to watching the show. If you want to help even more on the free 99 side of things, YouTube, but TikTok as well as Instagram for all the clips of all the shows. It's all the best parts of every single show we have over there. And then again, if you want to help even more on the free 99 side of things, youtube.com/MyTheAsshole subscribing to us over there. Even if you don't watch over there, it's all Gucci fam. Hitting the subscribe button does help a lot. All right, without further ado, let's get into our first scenario. One of my friends is cheating, but I shouldn't know about it. Alright, hey guys, so one of my friends, 33 male, has a history of cheating, and the last time I knew he did it, I told him that if anything even remotely happens again, I'm cutting off our friendship. So fast forward to a few days ago, and this friend, 33 male, told another friend, 30 male, that while packing for an upcoming trip he had, his fiance, 30 female, found some women's underwear and accessories in 33 male's bag, and he tried to deny that he had anything to do with it, and he even pinned it on the friend, 30 male, he confided in, and asked him to take the fall by telling his fiance that he had brought a lady friend back to their room that night. That he had brought a lady friend back to their room the last time they went on vacation, and that random girl put it in there by accident.
Stop the cap.
Like, is she really gonna believe that? That's kind of a stretch. I wasn't told directly by 33 male, so saying anything to him would throw the friend under the bus for saying anything at all to me. The problem I'm having is that the friend might actually be the sweetest person I've ever met, and she doesn't deserve that. The other issue I'm having is that I don't want to be associated with someone like that at all. Now, when I do bring this up to small number of friends who do know I'm getting told to not say anything because I wasn't supposed to know, and it's not affecting me directly, but I don't agree with that topic. What do you guys think? What should I do? I wouldn't get involved, if I'm being honest with you. Like, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, I wouldn't get involved. I would kind of just be like, hey, yo, bruh, you do your thing and I'm going to do mine. You know what I mean? And if you don't want to be his friend, you just stop being his friend, and just let him know, look, man, this whole situation you got going on, that ain't about me. I would just kind of mind my own business with that one. And now if you want, to take the morally correct route or whatever, you could tell her, you could tell his fiance, but again, it's like, why would you get involved? You know what I mean? Like that's a mistake he made, and those are consequences he's going to have to deal with, and she's going to find out anyway. I mean, did she really believe that old whack story of, oh, my friend, he brought a girl over and she happened to put her panties in my bag? It's like, how does that make sense? It doesn't. It doesn't make sense to me at all. If I'm being honest with you, I'm like, nah. I just wouldn't want to get caught up in the middle of that. I just wouldn't. That just seems like that's a lot of drama just waiting to happen. But that's what I would do. I don't know. You guys let me know what you would do in that situation. But all right, on to our next one. I fell in love with my coworker. Oh shit. Okay. So I, 25 female, and engaged to my fiance, 26 male. Oh no.
She belongs to the streets.
Oh no. Shit. And we have been together on and off for 10 years. Woo. Okay, so they've been together since they were like 15. Going steady for 3 straight years. We have 2 kids and own our own home. He is the only person I have wanted to be with for as long as I can remember. He wasn't ready for commitment and had cheated on me several times before we got back together this last time. I do all the cooking and cleaning, and he helps occasionally, but not often. I am also the main parent and barely get any type of break for myself. We both have full-time jobs and work 40 hours a week. He is 4 days. I'm 3. I feel resentment towards him for the way he has treated me in the past, and I wish I had been able to be stronger and move on with my life. He has gaslit me and manipulated me constantly. He is getting better, though, and there has been a lot of improvement on his part the past few months. Now the story. I met my coworker, 28 male. Ooh, and he's a little older too, a little 3 years older. Okay. She was like, I wonder what that ripe fruit tastes like. God damn. Met my coworker when he started at my job. I felt an instant attraction towards him. So I kept my distance. This man made me so nervous I couldn't even talk to him, and my face would instantly get red and hot. This worked for about a year. Then one night we started talking. He made my heart race and I knew I liked him. He is a great guy, hardworking, and someone I really enjoyed being around. I found myself excited for days that I had to work because I just wanted to see him. I was always looking for him, just hoping to catch a glimpse. Ooh! She was just like, I just need to see him. I just need a little hit. I'm like, these feelings were mutual, and after a month of talking in person, we started texting. We were both flirty and both in relationships. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. I felt awful because I knew this wasn't going to end well. Things escalated and we started hanging out after hours and did more than just talk. Oh shit. I don't know what was wrong with me. I never ever acted this way or ever cheated on my partner. I had never had any relationship other than him. I fell in love with my coworker. We bonded and connected on every level. He is an amazing guy who takes my breath away. Goddamn, this man is Prince Charming. Only I knew I needed to end it. I stopped texting him and started avoiding him at work. I still craved him, and my heart broke knowing this was the end. I couldn't do this anymore, and I know he couldn't either. Well, stuff started spreading around work about me talking badly about him. I never did. It all stemmed from me asking a mutual friend if my AP was okay because he seemed upset. I didn't want to talk to my AP for obvious reasons. This came to head the other day and my AP yelled at me for talking crap. Again, I never did. I don't talk badly about people I work with because it will all get out. Anyways, this hurts so much. I always told him that he could ask me about anything and I wouldn't lie. I mean, we already have the biggest secret of all. Exactly. There is no point to it. I told him to fuck off and never talk to me again. Damn. I don't know what I really want from writing this. Maybe I just want to get it out. I am hurting and I don't know what to do. I need to stick up to my guns and just ignore him only. I'm hurting so badly and I am just in a funk. I know I'm a crappy person and I can't explain exactly why I did what I did.
Stop the cap.
But I am paying for it. I guess I just need advice. Damn, girl. Woo! This man, you are a crackhead and he is your crack. Man, you out here fiending, talking about, oh, I just need a glimpse. I just need a glimpse of him. That's all I need. Just one itty bitty little glimpse, please. You know, like, goodness. And to a degree, I guess I get it. You know, it's not like you could leave the dude you've been together with for 10 years because you guys have kids together. You own a home together. You have this whole life. And then when you think about the reality of it, because at work, she's like, it's just a fantasy. You know, at work, you know, the outside world doesn't really matter, you know, because you're just in this singular moment. It's like we get to be together and it's magical and it's fun. But then when you outside of work, you think about the reality of you guys' actual lives and you're just like, oh man, yeah, I would never work. And I think for her, she kind of realized that. Sadly, you know, she had to get that dick to realize it, but hey, you know, it is what it is. You know, it happens, I guess. But it was just one of those things where it's like, for her, she legitimately has to kind of, you know, I think what she's already doing is what she should just keep doing. Yeah, and being like, nope, I can't do it. Like, you're great, you're wonderful, you're all that in a bag of chips, but I can't do this anymore. And if I'm being honest with you, I don't know why she didn't just like be honest with the dude, the coworker guy, and being like, hey, look, no, I can't do this anymore. Like, you know, this was great and this was awesome and fun, but I just can't do this anymore. And I think he would have kind of understood to some degree, like, oh shit, okay, yeah, no problem. And you guys could have at least been cordial, you know what I mean? You guys don't even have to be friends, you just be cordial. You guys can just say hi, bye, and you know, it's not weird, because I think by you know, doing the whole like fuck off and all this kind of thing, it just makes it weird. And I think that's what she upsets her the most, is that it's just weird and it's awkward, when you could have easily just been like, hey, look, this is my situation, this is why we can't really be together and do our thing. And I think he would have been like, all right, yeah, that makes sense. Damn, I didn't know this is what was going on, blah, blah, blah. You know, he didn't say all that when I had you on your back and I was beating it down. I'm just saying. So, my thing is, I think you're already doing the right thing. You're ignoring him. You're trying to, you know, get that out and stay with your dude. But I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Well, what should she do in that situation? All right. On to our next one. Am I the asshole if I won't divorce my cheating husband? Oh. All right. Well, let's see. Hi, everyone. This is, okay. Hi, everyone. Me, 42 female, and my husband, 47 male, moved to another country a couple of years ago due to the political situation in our home country. My job sponsored our relocation. The agreement with my husband was that I would be the breadwinner and he would be a stay-at-home dad to our 2 preteen kids for 6 months while he figured out his next career step. Now, my husband is not a person who can make decisions easily, plan something, or manage his time well. He's a hardworking person when the job is there or offered to him directly, and everything is 100% clear. But he struggles and has been struggling his whole life with being proactive. So 2 years have passed and he's still a stay-at-home dad while I'm working full-time and have side hustles as well. God damn, man. You're pretty much the man in this relationship. Jesus. Maybe 60-40 with him contributing more, but not significantly. I'm also responsible for all of the mental load, like dealing with documents, bills, schools, purchases, kids, schedules, vacations, health, etc. My husband and I have been together for 20 years. We don't love each other at this point. Wow. We had just been co-parenting roommates long before we relocated, but I never wanted a divorce because it would be too much of a hassle, and we're amicable. Yesterday, I found out that my husband is seeing another woman while the kids are at school. I guess sometimes he is good with time management. He doesn't know that I know, and I feel fine with it. I don't see it as cheating because we're not romantic partners. I'm happy that my kids are with a trusted person while I'm working, and I'm happy that I can be flexible with picking up an additional work hours. I'm happy that he's taking half of the chores. I'm fine with him not contributing money. I'm happy that my kids are happy, love their dad, and live with their dad. I'm not interested in looking for a romantic partner or a new husband. I'm also happy if the other person is good for my husband's happiness and mental state because he has been struggling with moving to another country a lot. So would I be the asshole if I don't tell my husband that I know and let everything be as it is? I kind of feel like an asshole because if I confront my husband, he might want a divorce and move out. Not sure where he will live then, but still it might be better for him. But I'm also stressed enough with being responsible for everything. I don't want the additional stress of reorganizing my life all over again. So would I be the asshole to myself, my husband, and my kids if I just let it slide? If I'm being honest with you, I don't think you're being the asshole. I think you're just kind of looking at the reality of the situation and you're realizing, you know what? We're not romantic anymore. We're not really having sex and doing this and going on dates and all this kind of stuff. We stay together so that way the kids have a good environment to grow up in. You know, he's obviously hiding this other woman from you and the kids. It's not like he's flaunting this girl in front of the kids or, you know, he's doing something that would kind of hurt the household or anything like that, and you kind of accepted it and you're just like, hey, it's fine, I'm cool with it, I could care less about it. So if I'm being honest with you, I see nothing wrong with it. I don't think you're the asshole at all, and if I'm being honest with you, I'd keep trucking on. And then it's cool because it's a situation where it's like when your kids do grow up and they're, you know, out of the house or whatever it may be, or they're old enough to realize and understand, hey, mommy and daddy don't love each other anymore, and we're going to be seeing new people. Once they're old enough to kind of grasp that, then you can find you a man and, you know, he can have his woman and it is what it is, and you guys are good. But yeah, man, that's a very interesting story because, you know, a lot of women would just be like, oh, I want to blow his spot up. Like, would I be the asshole for blowing his spot up? But no, she's just like, would I be the asshole for, you know, like letting it slide? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is this wrong? Because I understand that's her viewpoint is not the norm. You know, her viewpoint is very, very, very different. You know, to the point where like other women look at her and they're just like, you're okay with that? You're just letting him do this? And he doesn't have a job and he's just, you know, so it makes sense. It makes sense why she's questioning all of this. But if I'm being honest with you, you're just looking at the reality of your situation and you're thinking to yourself like, you know what? It makes sense. It makes complete sense why he's doing this. I'm not giving him no booty. So if you know what I mean? He ain't getting no booty from me. Of course he's going to try to go get some booty somewhere else. It only makes sense, you know? And then, like you said, you guys were like this well before you even moved to this other country. So it's like, it's even tougher, you know, because it's like, this has been going on for such a long time. So for an outside perspective, we're like, what? Why didn't you guys get divorced before you made this move, you know? But even then, even if you brought all this stuff up, I don't even think he would want to divorce you, just in the simple fact that he understands that you're taking care of him. You're his place to live. And then you've mentioned that he is a good dad and stuff like that. So he would be like, I don't want to be away from my kids. So, you know, even if you did bring this up, I don't think he would want to divorce you either. I think he would just be like, no, we can make it work. We can make it work, So again, that's just my 2 cents. I don't think you're the asshole at all. I think you're just looking at the reality of the situation, and it is what it is. You guys let me know what you think, though, because that is a crazy situation, you know what I mean? And especially how she's dealing with it. But you let me know down in the comments what you think about that one. All right. Am I the asshole for not telling my baby father I'm pregnant? Oh, goddamn. I mean, if it's his baby, then yeah, you're kind of the asshole, because it's just like, I would think he'd have a right to know. But if he's not the baby, then baby daddy, I don't think so. But I don't know. We'll see. Because she did say baby's father, but is he only the baby father because of a previous kid, or is he a baby father because she knows that this is his kid? We'll see. I am a grad student who met Caleb, fake name, during one of my classes last semester, I'm sorry. He had just broken up with his childhood love, Victoria, fake name also, who ended the relationship because her parents disapproved of Caleb. Meanwhile, I did not want a relationship, but did not mind having the smecks. We were extremely clear from the start that it was sexual and not romantic. We didn't blur the lines, and I learned that I don't want to date him anyway. He's good in bed, but he's too immature and hung up on Victoria. He also does not want children, but I do. He told me a few weeks ago that Victoria had finally cut off her parents. Caleb decided to get back together with Victoria, and our relationship came to an end. Fine with me, but then I missed my period. Despite using condoms, I'm pregnant, and he's the only candidate to be the dad. Uh-oh. I want to keep the kid since I'm fortunate to have financial security thanks to my part-time job and family. My degree is also nearly complete, and I'll obtain a relatively high-paying job straight away based on first-year salaries. I'm absolutely comfortable with raising this baby alone with the support of family members, and they agreed to help me. Caleb and I don't have contact anymore, so it would be difficult to hide. Oh, it won't be difficult to hide. I don't want to harm his new relationship by forcing my child into his life. Victoria is too young to be a stepmother to another woman's child, and I believe she'll leave him for real this time, which would absolutely shatter him. He would certainly be happier with her than financially tied to me, and I would be happier without him. Plus, Caleb never wanted kids and isn't exactly the most mature person to be a parent. My family accused me of being selfish, but I honestly disagree. I know he doesn't want children and wants to be with Victoria, so I don't see why I should even tell him. I'd just be a burden to him, her, and me. Am I the asshole? I think yes, because you're not allowing him to make the choice. I get it. He's immature. I get it. He loves this girl, and I get it. He didn't want kids and all that, but it's like, sorry, buddy, there's a good old word called accountability, and there's another awesome word called consequences, so it's like, dude, this is the consequences of your actions, and you should take accountability for it, and he should at least know and at least have the choice to be like, hey, do you want to be a part of this baby's life or not? But I think that it's kind of upsetting that she's kind of taking the choice out of it, because you never know. He might be like, oh, shit. Like, I have a kid, I kind of want to be a part of the kid's life. You know what I mean? I won't tell Victoria, or I won't do this, or I won't do that, whatever. Like, at least let the dude make the choice. Even if you already know the answer and you for sure 100% know that he's not going to want to be involved in it, I would at least just let him know and be cool with it and be like, hey, look, I got pregnant. I'm going to keep the baby. I'm not expecting you to be a father or anything like that. I'm not expecting you to be in the kid's life. I just want you to know, so that way you can either choose to be in the child's life or not. If you choose to be in the child's life, great. That's awesome. And, I'll ask pretty much the bare minimum of you, come and hang out with the kid. You know what I mean? Because she says she's financially well off, and then she's going to have a better job and this and that. So it's like, you don't really have to ask for child support or nothing like that. You could just simply be like, hey, just come spend time with them. And that's it. But that's if you want to be involved. And if you don't want to be involved, then that's cool. I'm fine with it. I just want to give you the choice and the option to say, hey, I want to be involved or I don't. And it could even be a thing where he's just like, no, I want to be involved. And then, a couple months down the road, he's just like, look, man, I don't think this is for me. I don't want to be involved anymore. And that could be a situation too. But my thing is I think you're the asshole for just not giving him the choice to take accountability for the consequences that, he brought about. Like, that's just how I see it, Yeah. So, yeah, I hopefully you do talk to him and at least let him have that option. Because, again, you never know. A lot of guys are immature, and then when something life-altering happens to them, they're kind of forced to grow up. You know what I mean? And some guys take onto that really well. Some guys don't. And you kind of just never know until you're thrown in that position. And you know what I mean? You'll never know until you're just in the thick of it. And that's just like the way it goes a lot of times with people in general. So, I don't know. You guys let me know. Should she not say anything to him? Should she give him the choice? You guys let me know. This is going to be our last one for today's Sunday episode. And it is, am I the asshole for refusing to have anything to do with my sister-in-law after she cheated? Oh, man.
She belongs to the streets.
All right, let's see. Long story short, I essentially stumbled into the fact my sister-in-law was cheating on her husband. We all live in the same area. One Saturday about 6 weeks ago, we were asked by sister-in-law if we could watch her kids for the day that she had an event to attend. We declined because at the time we were both sick. That afternoon, I left the house to go get food around 1:30 or so. Ended up at a Publix, because isn't that a grocery store? Something like that? Okay. I walked in and turned right and immediately noticed my sister-in-law from behind standing at the deli counter with a guy. I walked over to the bakery, didn't find what I was looking for, and started heading back. As I passed them, I realized the guy isn't my brother-in-law, but at first I thought it was her biological brother. As I'm getting sushi, I get a bad feeling. I turned back around and looked at them as it's some guy I'd never seen. Based on body language alone, I was sick to my stomach. I honestly knew in the moment, the way she was acting, that something inappropriate was going on. Like she was sucking him off. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Now I was going to go up and say, hey, but something told me not to, and that she should have already seen me. I'm a big guy in a bright blue shirt, definitely not incognito. I end up going to the parking lot and sitting in the car thinking, what the fuck was this? In the moment, the brother-in-law sends me a meme. We've basically grown to be best friends in the 6 years we've known each other, married to sisters and everything. So, I reply and ask him what he's up to. He says, at home with the kids. What about you? Uh-oh. I say, where is your wife? And he tells me she's at an event. Uh-oh. So I called him and told him what I saw. Had it been my wife acting the way sister-in-law was with another guy, I'd have been going to jail. A bit of doo-doo hits the fan and she gaslit the fuck out of him and had a reason. The next weekend they have a party for their kid, and after nightfall, guy shows up with his girl. So I'm just zoned in on behavior, and it's glaringly obvious something was up between them. My wife even agreed. Fast forward a week and brother-in-law gets kicked out of his house after they have a fight. He's in a hotel with their kids, and we would find out later that she's with old boy. Oh no. Oh, But before we find out, they mend the fences and had a trip to go on. During that trip, he finds out that she is cheating, supposedly only ever kissed. He is heartbroken on the phone with me at 5 a.m., so I give him the advice I'd give to any of my close friends. In the end, he doesn't take it. In the end, he doesn't take it. He takes her back and decides they're going to work things out. Well, as his friend, I can support his decision even after I told him exactly what I thought and what I would do. Well, Memorial Day arrives and the whole family gets together with them arriving last. I realize as we're around each other that I can't fake it. I'm beyond disgust, pissed off with the amount of disrespect she showed him. And really her whole family with all the lying, but their family and always, pissed off with the amount of disrespect she showed him, and really her whole family with all the lying, but their family and always going to forgive. Okay. Well, I've got nothing to forgive, but I'm not the kind of person who can bite their tongue. I say what I mean and I mean what I say, and just can't be fake friendly. So I got my wife and kids and did the Irish goodbye. My wife felt uncomfortable leaving without saying goodbye, but I know myself well enough to know I'm only able to make that problem worse. And going forward, I'm not going to attend events that she's going to be at. I can see where this is going and what's going to happen and refuse to be a witness to a sociopath's actions and not call them on it. There is a lot more info, but I really don't want to get all into that. It would already be obvious to them if they read this that I wrote it. Am I the asshole? Man, I don't think you're the asshole at all, man, because it's like, dude, first off, he caught you red-handed. He saw you with the dude. He was like, yo, where's your wife at? You lied to him saying you were at an event. And it was just like, well, that event must be tall, dark, and handsome. That must be one tall, dark, and handsome event because that's what she's really doing. And then I can understand why the brother-in-law kind of went back to her because it's just like they have kids together and, he's like, I really don't want to break up the dynamic and all this and all that. So it's like, I get it and it's understandable to some degree, but at the same time, it's just like, what are we doing here? Because from his perspective, he's just like, bro, you need to get your kids and get the fuck up out of there because she is, she's not for you. And it sucks because for him, he's like, dude, we're all close and everybody is, so close with each other and we're all tight knit and everything. And she had to go and fuck it up by cheating when she could have just been honest and told dude like, hey, I'm not feeling it anymore, yada, yada, yada. And then been with old boy. But they orchestrated some crazy plan to invite him, and it was just like, oh yeah, just like bring a date or whatever and then we'll be all good. And it's like, what? And that's what kind of blew me away, the fact that like he brought a date to this whole event, to make it look like they're not cheating on each other. And it's like, wait, what the fuck is going on here? So are you the asshole for like cutting off that or like refusing to have anything to do with her? No, not at all. Because like I said, for one, she out here cheating. She got kids, all this. Like, you could have just easily told your dude, hey, I don't want to be with you anymore and move on. But you didn't do that. And then, two, it was like, we have this tight-knit little family dynamic and you out here fucking it up. And it just makes everybody feel uncomfortable. Makes everybody feel like, what? I'm not even messing with her. She's messy. She's got all this going on. Like, I don't want to be a part of that. And it makes sense because it's like, why would you want to be a part of something where, you're out here like making other people's lives difficult and, other family members uncomfortable by bringing this dude around? It's just like, it's a little too much. And I get it from his perspective. It's just like, dude, why would I want to be involved in that? And then I tried to help you out, and then you don't want to hear my help. It's like, dude, you just let her gaslight you into coming back and let her talk you into all that shit. And she's still doing what she's doing. It's not like that changed anything, you know? But again, you guys let me know what you think about that one in the comments. Do you think he's the asshole for that? Do you think she's the asshole? Do you think she's fucked up? What could he have done, differently? I don't know. You let me know. But that's going to go ahead and be it for today's Sunday episode. I appreciate you guys so much for being here, listening, and watching. Yeah, no, I don't really have anything else to add on to that. Patreon.com/MyTheAssholePodcast. Get on there. $3 a month. Exclusive episode every single Friday. Being able to send in your scenarios to be featured on today's shows, as well as on Tuesdays. If you're primarily an audio listener, keep downloading the podcast, as well as rating it 5 stars. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for the clips, as well as following us or subscribing on YouTube. My goodness, your boy is daunted. I'm going to get on out of here. Love you guys all so much. I'll see you on Tuesday. Peace.